before we get started, I just want to tell you that today's project or study is a little hard, and I know that, but I really think that you are up to the task. Now, today's project or study is one that's going to teach you a lot, and if you can get better and better at it, you're going to be better and better at drawing. So it's really important. So I just want to encourage you not to give up and to not get frustrated. And if things don't go your way, doesn't matter. You are just getting in practice. So don't get upset on me. Just do your very best. That's all I ask. And the more we do, the better we get, right? Exactly. All right. Try to have some fun. So for today, we're going to do a study on value. You're going to need a good piece of paper, some drawing paper preferably. We like the texture of the paper. It just helps when you're trying to shade and blend things. And then you are going to need to have your box of crayons and a pencil. And we like to keep that pencil sharp, so I suggest having a sharpener handy all the time when you're doing art. And then you might want to grab your Sharpie. We'll probably just use this to sign your name. So not real important today. If you don't have one, that's okay. I'm going to use my thicker Sharpie actually. Okay, so now to get started, remember we're talking about value. So up here at the top, we're going to make a little box. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my ruler and use my ruler just to make straight edges. So I'm going to set it down and I'm going to draw, well, I'm going to go down just a little space. I'm going to leave some room up there and I'm going to draw just a straight line on the top, hold it still, and do the bottom. If you need help with this, just have your parent or older sibling or somebody just hold it for you. All we want is this box. And up here, if you would like to, you don't have to, but if you would like to, you or your parent can write the word value, because this is going to be a study in value, and it is a scale. We are going to work on making a gradation, so a real slight change from dark. So I'm writing dark, and I'm going to make a little arrow over here to the right, and it's going from dark to light. So in this box, we're going to start out dark over here on the left, and it's going to gradually get lighter as it goes to the right side of the paper. Okay, so now what you need to do is choose a crayon. You can choose whatever color you like. I do suggest that you not choose something light. Like I wouldn't use yellow today. Would it work? Yes. But does it show up as well? No. So I'm going to use purple, and I'm going to start over here. And to make something darker with crayon, do you know what you do? You press. You press hard. So I want you to press hard, but not so hard that you snap your crayon or break the tip off. You don't want to be that aggressive. So just go ahead and press, down pretty hard. And then as we go to the right, we're going to not press so hard. So now let's do a next section, and don't press as hard. Can you see the change in my color? It got lighter, didn't it? I'm going to go back in between them and sort of blend them, but see how much lighter it is here than here? Yeah, because I am not pressing as hard. I'm lightening up. So now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go even lighter. And unfortunately, I don't think it shows up in my video that great, but can you tell the difference between here and here? Yeah, that is exactly what we're looking for. And by the time I get over here to the right-hand side, I am barely touching the paper. You can barely see the purple on this paper. And I just kind of go back over some of my lines and blend it a little more smoothly. I'm going to fill in a little bit more on the left here. You don't have to go all the way to the edges. You can if you'd like, but you don't have to. I just want you to show me that you are able to get the crayon to go from dark to light. That's it. All right. Once you have done that, now if you want to do another one, you can. If you need more practice, if that was hard and you want to try it again, go ahead. But if you feel like you know what you're doing, that you've kind of mastered it, you know how to get the lights and darks, then we're going to move on and we're going to try to practice it. We're going to make a pear. So to start with, I'm making a small circle up here. And then right underneath it, I'm making a bigger circle, almost like I'm making a little snowman. So there's a small circle and a big circle. Now I'm just going to connect them. So we bring a little line that goes boop, kind of has a little curve, and then a little curve, zoop, just on that side. And voila, I have made a pear. I really like pears. I actually have a painting of a couple of pears in my kitchen. And here is the stem. It needs a little stem so you know for sure that it's a pear. Okay, this is the shape we're going for, and you want to make him pretty big. Now I have those extra pencil lines inside there from making the 2 circles, and I really do not want those to show through my crayon, so I'm just going to erase a little bit. Now it's time to choose your color. What color would you like your pear to be? You can go with a realistic color, or you can do an imaginary color. I mean, I've never seen a pink pear before, but doesn't mean you can't draw one. All right, remember we're trying to make all of our darks, mediums, and lights. Now there are going to be some rules. I'm going to pretend like the light's coming from over on the right side of my pear. So if you want to shade it like I am, follow along. The left side of our pear needs to be very dark. So I am pressing really, really hard on the left side of my pear. See that? Very, very dark. And I'm going to just sort of bring it out. Now there's that little divot right there where it goes from smaller to bigger. There's a big curve right there. So in the middle, I'm going to shade it a little bit more. Okay, that's the darkest part of my pear. It should match the darkest value. And I just like a nice clean line on the outside, so you'll see me making that line over again a few times. All right, now don't smear your crayon across your page. Just pick your paper up and tap it if you have some of those little extra bits you need to get off. Now I want this to look curved, so I'm going to go ahead and go in this direction over here. And I'm going to start to sort of form those 2 circles that we made. I'm just sort of shading it so it looks like it's round. And then I'm going to do the opposite side. That is also going to be a very dark part of the pear, except this line's going to be much thinner. Dark, but thin. It's just a little tiny bit of dark because our light is hitting over kind of on that side. Again, I want the top and bottom of the pear to sort of be separated a little bit so it looks rounded. And now see, I'm lightening up. I'm doing a lighter value. I'm not pressing as hard anymore. And I'm going to keep following that shape, the shape of the pear. I'm just going to go a little lighter and create a medium value. All right, I'm going to keep going all the way around. I want it to blend. I want it to go from dark to medium, so I probably have to go over it several times. And then you can see I'm sort of starting to form sort of the highlight, you know, the shine spot on the pear, the part of the pear that's closest to the light source. It's right there, and it's kind of a rounded shape. Same thing up here. I need to blend that out a little bit. It's getting a little too liney. It needs to just blend and be really soft as we try to go to the lightest shade possible. And of course, I am going to leave a little section pure white. So I want to try to get as light as I can up to that section. And you'll see me, I keep going back over things where it looks like they're not blending so great. There, I have a shine mark. I've got my dark values. I have the medium values, all the way to the light values, to the very lightest value. That's in there too. I've used them all. Awesome. Don't forget your stem. Same thing, the darkest part is on the left side and a little bit on the right. I'm just going to color it in a little bit. And voila, look at that beautiful pear. Oh, just for fun, let's go ahead and put a little shadow in here, just so it looks like it's sitting on the tabletop. There we go. Get a nice dark shadow underneath the pear. Just want to blend that in a little bit more. And there she is. All done. Last thing, if you'd like to, go ahead and sign your name there on the bottom right-hand side.